Welcome back everybody. Today I'm gonna share you some strategies how to become a good leader by just delegating tasks, or how to develop delegation skill, right? Because a delegation skill is just related to just leadership skill, but delegation skill is a little bit difficult because it requires to assigning different tasks for different people. So at the time it requires just another skill, right? How to just become effective delegator, right? So effective delegation involves just a systematic process to ensure just tasks are assigned and executed effectively, right? And here is step-by-step explanation of delegation strategies. The first step that you need to use is task analysis, right? Analyzing the tasks. That means you have to begin by analyzing the task at hand, right? Break them down into smaller and manageable components, right? And identify the goal and objective and deliverable for each task. This just analysis is how to determine which task can be delegated and to whom. That's the difficult part, right? To whom you are going to delegate that task, right? Because at the time, whenever you are just delegate some tasks for that person, you have to know the performance of that person, right? You have to identify who performs that task well. That's a difficult part for delegation skill or leadership skill, right? Most of the time, right? Strategy to identify the right person, right? Identify the right person. You have to identify the most suitable person or teams for each task based on their skill, experience, and availability and interest, right? This is just critical. You have to match the expertise of individuals with the requirement of the task to increase the chance of just successful completion, right? Strategy 3, communicate clear expectations, right? Once you have just identified the delegates, clearly communicate your expectations, right? You have to clearly define the goal, outcome, and deadlines, and any specific instructions or preference related to the task, right? You have to ensure they understand the importance and impact of their role in achieving the desired result. That is. Strategy 4, provide adequate resource and support, right? You have to provide adequate resource and support. You have to offer the necessary resource, tools, and information required for successful task completion, right? You have to ensure delegates have access to any training, right? That is, and documentation or assistance they may just need during the process. You have to let them know you are available for support if they encounter any challenge, right? And so strategy 5, delegate decision-making authority, right? You have to empower individuals to make decisions related to their allocated tasks. You have to define the boundaries and constraints within which they can just operate, right? They can operate and give them just autonomy to make decisions by themselves. This just not only to motivate them, but also to foster a sense of just ownership and to encourage innovative thinking, right? Because if you just motivate others to decide by their own, if you just train people to think by their own self, right, they becomes independent, right? They can just becomes just innovative thinker, right? They can come up with different idea and different perspective. At the time, new perspectives may be coming, right? At the time, your company, your just position will be just, or your company, your product, your service becomes just improved, right? Strategy 6, establish a checkpoint and deadlines, right? Set up a regular checkup or checkpoints to just monitor progress and offer guidance. You have to define milestones, review dates, or you have to update meeting to ensure delegates stay on track and remains accountable for their tasks, right? These checkpoints provide an opportunity to provide feedback and offer guidance or to make adjustment as required, right? Strategy 7, foster open communication, right? You have to foster open communication. That means you have to maintain open line of communication with delegates throughout the delegation process. You have to encourage them to ask questions, maybe to seek clarification or to raise any concern at any age or at any stage, I mean. You have to actively listen and provide feedback promptly to keep the task aligned with the desired outcomes, right? Strategy 8, review and evaluate, right? You have to review and evaluate, right? Once the task is complicated, once the task is just completed, you have to review the results against the individual's expectations and objectives, right? And you have to just conduct an evaluation with delegates to just gather feedback on the delegation process and their experience, right? And you have to celebrate success and identify areas for improvement to enhance future delegation, right? That's good leadership, right? Remember, anyways, that effective delegation is an ongoing process. You can just master delegation skills through time, through experience, right? So continuously just refine your delegation strategies based on the feedback and experience to achieve the best outcomes, right? I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't just forget to like, share and subscribe my channel for more updated content like this. I'll see you next time.